Hey, great Saturday. It is a beautiful Saturday in the city of Brownsville. Nice evening. Great weather, and just a beautiful day. A lot of activities today, a lot of things going on. I drove in from Monterrey early this morning, and glad to be back home. It's awesome to leave away for a little bit. It's good to take some time off, and sure heck wanted to take a couple of days off. So it was a lot of fun. Got Was able to go see some family members up there. Just had a great old time. Had some like I mentioned, I had some work done on my molar. That is why I may speak a little softer today, and also had some work done underneath the chin. So all in all, it's good to be back. Good evening, apples and oranges. Thank you. How you doing?
Oh, good evening, Erasmo. Good evening, world. Happy Saturday. Got a lot going on. Lakers, Nuggets, UFC fight, boxing fight. Busy evening. We had a great turnout today. We had a voter registration drive on Boca Chica behind Dairy Queen and Chick-fil-A. Let me tell you, it was a great turnout. Um, awesome response from our community. I had a great time out there. South Texas is hot, Erasmo. All in all, it was a great day. Before I continue, I want to send a special shout out to our friends Ethan, Catherine, and Kevin Trevino. We accidentally bumped into them today, and it was, it was a great for me to meet them. I know they're watching tonight, so to Kevin, Catherine, and Ethan, nice meeting you guys. Thank you for watching, and hopefully we'll meet again one day very soon. Going back to the drive at Osmo, it was a good day, a very successful drive. Lots of people. We gave away a lot of merchandise, lots of cookies for the coffee tomorrow morning. I do expect our friends to be taking pictures of those cookies and merchandise and signs that were given out. It means a lot to us that our community is able to come together and show their appreciation for this that we're doing. We're part of a movement that we're trying to bring change to our community and to our district. Being out there at Osmo for 4 or 5 hours, it was hot. It was very hot. That just gives me a glimpse of what the district is putting our FNS workers. Imagine them without the canopies and water. If I remember correctly, Erasmo, you made a post regarding our FNS workers out there without any shade and during the rain, and they're still doing all these things. So special shouts out to them for everything that they do for our district and for our students.
Yeah, Trevino family. I've known the Trevino family for a while. It was a pleasure seeing you all this afternoon. And hey, guys, thanks for taking some of my stickers from me. Let me tell you, I've had those stickers for a while, and I'm glad that they're going to come to good use. I'm almost 100% sure. Thank y'all, guys, and thank you everyone that went out today to the event. And let me tell you, it started off strong at 10 o'clock. We got a lot of the morning risers out there, and then all of a sudden it started to, I mean, it never stopped, but you could see that it had like started to slow down, and I was going like, goodness gracious, no one is going to come. No one is going to come. And all of a sudden, boom, brought in the boom. Let me tell you, we were hopping. It was nonstop all the rest of the afternoon. I mean, the time went by really, really quick. Thank you, everyone that stopped by. Anyone that didn't get a chance to stop by, well, you could still stop by my office, 1240 East Madison, during the week. Actually, ran out of cookies today. Okay, ran out of cookies, and but should have more cookies on Monday. Uh, actually had my last batch of shirts, and let me tell you, I think I got rid of some close to 50 shirts today. So again, there was an amazing, amazing turnout, and a lot of folks went out there. A lot of vehicles went up, and a lot of vehicles didn't take shirts, but they took stickers and a lot of window decals. Guys, I greatly, greatly appreciate it. It meant a lot. I also want to thank Coach Joe Rodriguez, Frankie, and Carlos for being out there, and being co-endorsed individuals from AOBE. One thing that is very prevalent in this campaign is, there's great camaraderie. I'm very proud that because we were the individuals that were endorsed by the union, we were working well together today at the event. We were each putting each other's stickers on there and stuff. It's just a very nice event. Something that you don't usually experience during campaigns. It was a great little event. Let me tell you guys, we did have a special guest on tonight. They had to cancel at the last minute, but again, that's okay. It is Saturday, and a lot of individuals are still in that stage where they're fighting. They're fighting where they go, they stay, they go, they stay because of the coronavirus. One of the things that we did have an opportunity to speak about a lot today was that we're all. Thank you all for the good. Thank you, Michelle. Appreciate you coming over. We all are tired of wearing masks, guys. All of us. We had that conversation with a lot of folks today. We all are tired of distance learning. We all are tired of different things that we have to exclude from our life at this point in time because of the difficult situation that we and the entire world are going through, guys. With that said, someone said something. Rather see you struggling with math than 6 feet under. And the gist of the message was, guys, still not safe. Still not safe to go back onto the campuses. That's why my stance continues. No one on campus. No one needs to be. No one should be on campus. Again, we have to really, really mean what we say. A lot of times, a lot of these folks will use a lot of these catchphrases because they're trying to get you to vote for them. We have to mean what we say. And when we say that the safety, the health and welfare and safety of our staff and students is number one priority, it needs to be the number one priority. And in a sense, the district has failed us, guys, because they've proven time and time again that the safety of our people is not their first priority. It's not their first priority. I also feel for a lot of my teachers that and staff also that you know got excited about you know Philip Cowan making a mention that everyone was going to be at home for the fall semester. But again, guys, when people shared that post that Philip made, I warned people: do not believe it. Do not get excited about it because it doesn't mean what y'all think it means. It doesn't mean what he's necessarily writing on the post. If you notice, the school district didn't uh, didn't mention anything in regards to all the fall uh, being canceled out in regards to going back face to face. And then all of a sudden, when individuals started to get the text, the emails from their principal saying, "See y'all Monday," they were going like, "What just happened? What just happened, guys?" And let me tell you, if you haven't gotten used to it by now, in regards to them saying something and meaning something totally different, then you're not paying attention, folks. Either that or y'all are in denial. We cannot be in denial. The fact of the matter is, they do not care. They are not concerned. The governor is concerned, even called our area a danger zone. The mayor of the city of Brownsville put up a post yesterday and made mention that the numbers seem to be down, but in regards to percentage wise, in regards to the number of individuals still fighting this horrible disease in the ICU, we are in the danger zone. I mean, those are the numbers that we really, really have to take heed of and focus on. Not the numbers that are being produced by this district, not the numbers that are being produced by the Cameron County Commissioner's Court. you cannot trust those numbers. Those numbers are false. They're fake. They're not real. They're fudged up. And now, because of some of the caveats that the state is asking the districts that are going to be submitting that waiver for an extra 4 weeks over the 8 weeks, now it's kind of like, oops, maybe we should have reported the numbers right. Maybe we should have put it on paper that we had an outbreak. They did not. What they plan to present to the state in regards to why they're asking for the extra 4 weeks, because all they've been telling everyone is everything's okay, everything's all right, everything's honky dory, or in the words of my opponent, everything's peachy keen. It's not.
Regarding the statement that was issued by board member Mr. Philip Cowan, it seemed like if he didn't either address this message with the superintendent, with the other board members, but it's apparent that our district has not done everything possible in order for our community, our employees, our students to be able to continue with this distant learning. As we know, right now, this extension is not automatic. Based on this extension for the next 4 weeks, a school district has to apply for it. They have to show TEA, they have to show the state that they have a safety plan in place in order for the district to remain distant learning. So again, it's unfortunate. I feel that if our district has failed us, it seems like if we're winging it at the 11th hour, trying our best to save face with our community, with our employees, and within our district. I hate to bring this up, but what actions will the county judge take? What actions will the mayor of city of Brownsville take going back? I hate to repeat myself, but I go back to the July 15th agenda item that was unanimously voted on. If we say that we are not going to reopen the schools until it is scientifically safe, then that is contradictive of what our mayor previously mentioned this past week. So again, what are we shooting for? It seems like if our district is kind of all over the place, they tell us one thing, our governor tells us one thing, but we do the other. We do the opposite. So again, that's what I want to know. And I hate to put people on the spot, but we have seen the relationship that have happened between our superintendent and our county and city officials. They have overlooked them. They have said, you know what, we're going to listen to TEA and not really abide by your recommendations. So, what's going to happen is the county, is the mayor going to step in once again and make sure that nobody is on campus? So that's something that I do want to see moving forward. I do want to see better communication between our district, between our county leaders. I think that would put us all at ease because, teachers are supposed to go back on Monday. Students are supposed to be coming back very soon, seniors. So what's the plan? I know we saw a video from Lucio regarding the protocols that are in place at that school, but that's not enough for me. So we'll see how this transpires, guys, moving forward.
Jesus, Becky, let me say, there was a story on Channel 5 saying the BISD was going to apply for 4 more weeks. In other words, they never filed the waiver before. They were referring to the 4 weeks after the 8 weeks. But with that said, we have yet to find any evidence that the second set of 4 weeks, so the 8 weeks, was ever filed. So what they're requesting for, again, and we have to understand that it's a blanket statement. It's not a statement directly at BISD. It's a statement to all school districts in the Rio Grande Valley, Laredo School District, and Victoria School District. What they're trying to say is, guys, if y'all have already applied for the second set of 4 weeks, which are the 8 weeks, then y'all have the option of applying for another 4 weeks. So it's a third 4 weeks. I know it gets a little bit on the confusing side. It's just madness, guys. It really, really is. But did VISD properly apply for the second 4 6 weeks? I could find absolutely zero evidence of it. The board members have yet to show a timeline in regards to when that happened. The district hasn't either. So my best guess is there was no waiver filed for the second four, 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 4 weeks, or it was filed incorrectly, or it was not filed on time. That is my best guess as of this moment. But with that said, I'm hoping that we get the 12 weeks in order to relieve some of the anxiety in regards to the phasing in of students onto campus. But let me tell you what it doesn't mean, guys. It doesn't mean that no teacher is going to go on campus. It's not what it means, because a lot of teachers just found out if they have one or two students on their roster, they are going back onto campus. And what they're requesting is for people to go back onto campus and to stay there all day long. Doesn't matter if you have a class first period, second period, and then the rest of the day you have all online. No, if you go onto campus, they expect you to stay on campus. That's what doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Now, there's better ways of doing things. There's a lot better ways of doing things. There's uh, there's an opportunity to only permit 5% of the students to come back onto class, and let teachers who want to volunteer to go back on campus to go. But with that said, the way that it's being worked right now, it's very inconsiderate for parents that have children at home who must stay by themselves. Just doesn't make any sense. That is why, again, no one should be on campus. Please educate me. What is best gripe against Carlos? I know best gripes against Frankie, but that's irrelevant. It's very simple. They want to exclude every single candidate that they know for a fact that they are not going to endorse. That's what it boils down to. They are not going to endorse Carlos because they are desperate to endorse little Eddie, el tapón, el chapaneco, el little hands, little feet. Sing me a song. El I need a booster chair, little Eddie. That's who they want to endorse. Why? Because they've made it their business best to kiss the butt of little Eddie. I mean, they have to stoop very low to reach it, like probably like get on the ground, but that's what they want to do. So they excluded Carlos. They tried to exclude me from the process. They found that they couldn't because I didn't fit any of their caveats. I'm surprised that they didn't say, well, anyone that's handsome and totally not fat cannot participate. I mean, ya nomás eso faltaba. And then they would have tried to exclude me. But they did everything they could to try to exclude everyone that they knew for sure that they did not want to endorse. But I'm not talking about best the membership. I'm talking about best that wonky little leadership that they have. Again, guys, and what happened is they had to let me participate in the forum because they found out, as much as they tried, that Erasmo Castro does not have a felony on his record, does not. And then they found out that I had not voted for the District of Innovation. Quite the contrary, I actually spoke out against it with them because I tend to make my staff's concerns my concerns. So I stood there with them to fight the DOI and to complain about it. So it's very simple. So what happens is that night they're supposed to announce who they're going to endorse. Well, guess what? The forum, there was absolutely no doubt whatsoever that the only viable candidate to endorse in place 5 is Erasmo Castro. And again, guys, the only viable candidate to endorse in place 5, Erasmo Castro. I'm sorry, my opponent had no clue what she was saying, has no concept of what public education is. She can't. She spent all her education from pre-K all the way to the university in private institutions. Private institutions has always been given everything all her life, all the doors, all this. I worked for a $1.2 billion corporation. That's another door that daddy opened for you, girl. I mean, and that's okay. Let daddy continue to open the doors. But let me tell you, daddy is not going to buy you this election. He is not. You're going to have to actually get down in the dirt and fight for it. And let me tell you guys, if anyone that saw the forum, you could easily see she couldn't answer a question to save her life. Couldn't. And that's despite the fact that she was reading most of the questions, because as much as they wanted to make fun of another candidate who was getting the answers whispered to them or written on a whiteboard, they were doing the same thing. The same thing. She was reading her answers. They were trying to write, say this. So, so then what happens is they're in a conundrum. They're going like, oh goodness, Erasmo is the only viable candidate to endorse in that race. So then they decide, hey, well, let's ask the members to vote. So then they have members vote. Well, guess what, folks? Anybody want to take a guess?
Tell us.
The members voted for Erasmo Castro. So now they're in quite a pickle because they are either a democratically run association where the members' voices actually matter, or they're exactly like this board. So the members voted for Erasmo Castro. There's no doubt. By wide margin, not even close. So now the question is, are they going to adhere and listen to their membership, or they're going to do what Patrick Hammonds wants them to do? And guess what, Patrick? People will leave your organization the same way they've left TVEA for endorsing the Legion of Doom. The Legion of Doom. Because if anyone out there thinks that my teachers, my staff, my office workers are happy with the people that are sitting on the board now and the superintendent, then y'all are crazy. Stone cold crazy. So, guys, there's no voting for the Legion of Doom, but you can vote for the Men of Boom. Boom, 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 boom. No, no doom for you. Only boom. And let's blow it out of the water, guys. Because now they're in another pickle. Guys from Best, the leadership of Best, are you going to listen to your members and announce that the best candidate to receive the best endorsement in place 5 is Erasmo Castro? We'll see. Uh, so again, because they've already wanted to endorse Little Eddie because they think Little Eddie is in their pocket. There was no way they were going to endorse Carlos. And look, there was no way they were going to endorse Frankie. I mean, Denise is just another arm of Sylvia Atkinson. Sorry, Denise is what will be easily manipulated by Sylvia Atkinson, Drew Brown, Minerva Peña. Easily, without a doubt. This flip flopping of district is killing us. Teachers and parents are hearing different things from state, local, and district leaders. Stressful. It is stressful because there is no uniformity. There's no uniformity. There's no leadership. And that happens, guys. Let me say this. That happens because of the compadre system, in part. The nepotism. Guys, you know that in the district, it's not how much you know, it's not how many years of service you've given to the district, it's not your hard work, it's the compadre of Minerva Peña. Philip Cowan's buddy gets $100,000 job a year for nothing. For nothing. Drew Brown gets your public information officer. Can't even speak Spanish. can't even speak Spanish, and he's the public information officer. No experience in regards to public information. Nothing. Nothing. So we don't get the most qualified individuals in key positions. We get the buddies, the compadres. And as much as people look, guys, as much as you may hate Erasmo, hate the system that took away your opportunity to grow at BISD. Hate the system that took money from your raise to give a cushy job to Drew's friend for $100,000 who can't even speak Spanish, or her hiring Kent Whittemore, or Philip hiring Mr. Hinojosa, the architect. For what? For absolutely nothing. Because the architect has done nothing in the past 9 months. Nothing. And that was an opportunity that should have gone to you.
And we've seen time and time again how there has been no direct communication from the top. This goes back to when, some counselors were told to go back while others were allowed to stay from home. This all goes back to the top. I wish that Dr. Rene Gutierrez, would take more of an initiative, of be more outspoken. As we have seen time and time again, he doesn't really address large crowds. He prefers to do it in small meetings, or he relays his information to his deputies, and they're the enforcers, they're the ones that get involved. But that's not the way it works. I would suggest for the best route for our superintendent to go would be for him to have weekly press conferences, for him to issue out press releases, so that way our whole district could be on the same page. We have gotten a lot of slack for providing misinformation. This past board meeting, they threw some shots at us, and we know that they watch. We know they're on here religiously, day in and day out. But instead of casting blame on us, why aren't they quick to make sure that our community hears it from the district itself? Because the district itself has no leadership. It's unfortunate that we have got into this position, but that's where we're at. There are lots of Indians, no chief. Everybody has so many. They're pulling the superintendent in so many directions. If it does not come from him, if it does not come from the top, we have no guidance. We have no leadership. I'll even go back to the first day of distant learning. There were parents who were calling the Glass Palace. They were answering and saying, "Hey, we don't know what's going to happen. Call the teacher." The teacher were in the same boat. And it's not the teacher's fault. It's not our employees' fault. It's our fault for not giving them the direction. And I think that's what we should do a better job of. Communication. As we all know, in a relationship, communication is number one. Number two of goals, of things that you constantly need to work at. Because if there is no communication, there is no trust. There is no ability to grow as people. Same thing with a professional relationship. If we do not have that dialogue, that constant communication, how do we expect to have that chemistry moving forward? Again, we are in a pandemic, something that we have never experienced. You would think that the average person would be, hey, keep me up to date. Make sure in a few days we rehash everything that what we discussed. That way we can have the same mindset. Let's go over our goals for the week. Let's talk about the district, what we want moving forward. We have heard about having 5-year, 10-year goals. Why don't we have weekly goals for our employees? Every 2 weeks. That's something that we need to work on, dialogue. But for whatever reason, it just doesn't trickle down. I wish it would. I wish we would make more use of our, and I keep on saying it over and over again. I hope it sticks to our superintendent. I hope we would make more use of our KBSD channel. That is a great resource that we have at our disposal. Not everybody has internet. Maybe not every, well, it's kind of hard for me to say this, but maybe not everybody has Facebook. You know what everybody has? 9 out of 10 people, I would dare say, a TV. That is the great way for us to transmit communication. That would be one of Facebook, a press release, a press conference, KBSD. We got to hit every avenue in order for our message to get across. And I feel that is something the district has failed going back since March, guys.
I left Monterrey at 4 o'clock in the morning. Let me go into Carlos's comment. Have had many BID teachers. Well, it's not just teachers, also staff, classified staff as well, paraprofessionals, asking why they have not seen a raise on their paycheck. The answer is the current board, Little Eddie, Philip Cowan, Minera Peña, voted to remove the step pay increases. That's 100% true. And again, guys, that's why it just amazes me how many times that a lot of the individuals out there will think, "Oh, we're getting a raise." It's not what it means, guys. It's not what it means. And the same thing happened with the $5,000 raise, and the same thing happened with this past raise. Everyone was going like, "Oh, well, they're doing good, aren't they?" And then all of a sudden, they see their paycheck, they go like, "Oh crap, they're doing bad." Guys, come on, man. Uh, but Carlos is right. But what about the teachers who are attending school right now? They're going to keep on going to school. Everybody about the flip on, yes, past open house date, yes, crazy. I told you, Asma, they never filed a waiver, 100%. Uh, why are students going back to campus? I thought the district was getting a second wave of better puntos calientes and Chromebooks for all students. Aren't we all about the kids anymore? No, not this corrupt board majority, and not the superintendent, not his buddies from Edinburgh. They are not. Right now, guys, let me say this. Right now, all they're doing is covering their tracks. And you know, it's kind of, and that's sort of the way things are. If you had done everything correctly, then you wouldn't have to backtrack a lot of your statements. You wouldn't have to backtrack in order to cover up a lot of the messes that you made. And for unfortunately for us, this corrupt school board majority, and also the superintendent administration out there, haven't caught up to all the conundrums, all the mistakes that they made. They haven't. So it's a mess. So has Best said who they're endorsing? Not yet. Maybe Tuesday. Hands down, Erasmo destroyed the opponent in the best form. She kept saying she didn't know about the topics, but that she will learn. We don't have time for that, sweetie. This is serious business. We don't. I mean, the option is very clear. You're going to vote for someone that's going to fight for our staff, our students, community, or you going to vote for someone that's going to get told what to do by people like Sylvia Atkinson, Minerva Peña, Drew Prisi, Philip, and Little Eddie? You want a puppet on there, or you want a fighter? It's that simple. You want someone out there that has been given everything in her life, or you want someone that has been down in the gutter, picked himself back up, and continue to move forward. And let me say, guys, it's not a hard choice. I have a great night, YouTube. If you agree that best, you better endorse Erasmo Castro. Don't be stupid. You'll lose members if you don't. Don't make it personal, Patrick. This isn't about you, you buffoon. Let me tell you, I could guarantee you, put some money on it. They endorse someone other. The members are going to know that it's a crap show, and they will leave the union, their association. They will leave them, and I will help. How many members does Best have? 70, 75, 76. Good evening, guys. Hey, thank you so much, Serva family, for all the goodies in the birthday party today. Got a hot dog, got donut that I'm going to eat right after the show. Thank you so very much. And I've lost the comments again. Let me go back here. Good evening, gentlemen. Blessings. Compadre system is well and alive. Los Longoria won't give a chance to new teachers if they are prettier than her, which is not difficult to accomplish. I'm not supposed to laugh too much because of my strings. I'm trying not to. Y'all are making me laugh. This already happened, Erasmo. When are you starting your campaign against Eddie Lucio III? Have you dropped the campaign to focus on the local one? Yes. At the time, yes. And I've again, I made mention of this to someone who asked me today. Me and Eddie Lucio III have always been friends. We continue to be friends, and we will continue to be friends for a long time. Doesn't mean that you cannot run against your friend, and you run against your friend because you want to believe that you could do a better job. Do I believe that sometime very soon I should be the next state representative for our area? 100%. But right now, folks, the district needs an Erasmo Castro. The community needs an Erasmo Castro. Erasmo Castro will immediately, immediately respond to the needs and the wants of our community. 100%. Shaman K, you just answered your question. Apple and oranges. I'm so sorry you guys have to deal with Rose Longoria. Things will get worse. Document everything and keep your ducks in a row. She's friends with the corrupt board members. Yes, this is the best advice anyone can give. Please document, 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 take pictures, keep everything because they will use things against you. They will make things up and they will attack you with their attorneys and they will take you to court. I know. And that is why they're so desperate. That is why they're having the Brownsville Herald file post stories about criminal background checks and everything. That's why, because they desperately want to keep that tip going. Desperately. And look, guys, I've said it. I don't care. Like I told the reporter who contacted me, a friend of mine, very simple. I will always work for my community. I'm not going to let anything that has happened or transpired in the past stop me from making sure that corruption is put to an end at the end. So, superintendent needs to address BISD employees. He keeps sending his little messengers. He is not a public speaker. No. Why BISD is corrupt is because the police department in the valley are corrupt. They should start with the police department. We need to probably start with the BISD police department. Those, as well as the audit department, are arms of Soviet activism. Así se habla, Frankie. Well done, Erasmo, Frankie Carlos. Thank you. And not a good leader. Good leader, Frankie. We should kick out the police department by kicking out the corrupt and lazy cops in the valley. If we start fixing the cops, then the other departments won't follow their corruption. Corruption. From Frank Green, coward, writing Renee, grow a pair and dress your employees. He's had everyone else do everything for him while he combs his hair in his huge office. Hello, Michael, my man. This super never answers emails, calls, and set up a feature, Spencer or anyone. He's a boss, not a leader. Out of touch completely. I have a daily goal to make do that.
That's good, Ignite.
People always like, Lola go to spies on social media to see what teachers say and post. She'll retaliate against the teacher as she sees anything negative about her. Yes, she will. What nickname will you be giving Eddie Lucia III? You have one for every corrupt board member being green lights. Uh, I haven't actually thought of that one, but trust me, one will come. And again, Eddie the Third is a friend of mine. Again, running for someone, running against someone doesn't mean that you're enemies. And one of the things that I appreciate Eddie, not little Eddie. I don't think that guy. I don't know if y'all noticed, but I don't like character that guy too much. I appreciate Eddie to the third because while we were running against each other, he actually stopped by my dad's office to give him a calendar. And it's a kind of funny thing, pero papá goes, yo no sé, pero yo voy a votar por Eddie Lucio the third, porque él siempre me da calendars. Dije, yo, no, papá, no, I'm running against him. You have to vote for me. But Eddie and his staff stopped by my dad's office, knowing that he was my dad. You know, they weren't trying to do it funny. Stopped, gave him a calendar like they do every year. He gives my dad a calendar every year, and and took a picture with Papa. And I posted the picture, even though we were running, because uh, he's a friend, and I pray that we will be able to work together for the betterment of our area after we get back on the board. That's great, Ali Torres. No raises, no respect. The difference is that we can go so we can all be on the same page. Communication is key. I don't know who that is. PSD is all about their pockets. Hey, Fernando! The best school choice the candidate that committee wants, not what the members voted for. 100%. And that's a problem. Thank you guys for the Monterrey 0, Tigres 0. ¡Ah! Yo sí le voy a Rayados. No. No, sí hay futuro. Hay futuro. Taking the five. Hello, Rita. Out of Facebook to find you. The superintendent refuses to answer calls from State Rep Alex Dominguez, Cameron County officials, and city officials. Why? It's very simple. There's no relationship. There's no relationship between those individuals and uh, and our superintendent. There has to be a relationship, guys. I mean, the district needs to you know, have that constant contact with all officials. But let me tell you, I think, and I'm not going to speak for Alex. Alex, another friend of mine. I'm not going to speak for the county because they're the ones that actually put us in this mess. The city officials, not doing too hot over there at the city either. But guys, without communication, we as a community este, are not going to get good results. So what we need to do is find individuals who will constantly communicate with the people. And I don't know, maybe like on a program every night at 9 p.m. or something, or every morning except Sunday morning at 9 a.m. in the morning. Maybe that could be a good start. What's Denise's nickname from you? Denise? Oh, um, I don't think I have. Look, I think the nicknames that I have are the nicknames for the people that are on the board, the individuals that we know for a fact are hurting our community. So La Pingüina, Flip Flopping Phillip, Little Eddie, Willy Wonka Drew, or someone came up with uh, Horton Here's a Drew, something like that. And Dr. Gutierrez is the turtle riding Gutierrez. But, we have names for them because they're the ones that are out there. But I don't have a nickname for my opponent. I don't. I'm just a little rich girl, but that's not a nickname. That's just an actual fact. She's a little rich girl. And in regards to Frankie's opponents, I don't have a nickname for them either. I don't have a nickname against for Denise. I mean, Frankie might have one. I don't know. I don't have a nickname for Jaime. Actually, you know, I kind of like them. Let us there. Sometimes Jaime Diaz, I mean, he looks very, very young, like a junior high student. And I appreciate them wanting to throw their hat in the ring, him and Denise. Is it their time? No. We cannot go with untested, untried individuals in a time of such crisis, in a time of such need for our district. And my heart goes out to the teachers that are being forced to go to work all day because they have one student for 45 minutes. It's crazy, Rita. It's crazy. Look, guys, it just doesn't make any sense. Guys, if you're going to, if you got one student in your class, they left me by myself. Chocolate. If you got one student, sorry, I'll stop eating. Sorry. I love chocolate. If you got one student in the class, guys, give them a damn hotspot. Does that make sense? Look, teachers and staff, diagnosticians, everyone. If you've got one student, you have 145 students, you got one student, give them a damn hotspot. They said that they just got a new batch of hotspots. Give it to that one student. Does that make sense? If the student doesn't have a computer, get them a Chromebook. And that way the teacher will have no kids and will be able to protect herself back at home. Does that make sense, guys? Why is it I'm the only one that has the great ideas going on around here? Lo que no hay son cupcakes. Me los comí todos. Dr. Rene Gutierrez is an idiot. I have donuts on your. You have donuts on your face. I know I walked it out. Why don't you focus on something more important to the community? When do we get blue trash? Don't make me laugh, bro. Hey, bro, I'm ready for some pool time, bro. Make it happen. Um, I don't know when we're getting the blue trash cans, but it should be time, guys. I don't know why we're switching trash cans in the middle of a pandemic. It's kind of dumb. What proof did they use against you in court? If you're referring to the DWI charge, uh, I think they were going to use the blood draw. I think, but I decided to rip the band-aid off quickly. Take care of the matter. Hello, Kimberly. Where have you been? Eddie invited me on a Facebook to go eat tacos on his meet and greet, and I commented I would rather have Erasmo's cookie. Some of those students are from Matamoros, and the hotspot does not cover there. Hear it from the grapevine. Well, Virginia, have you seen the lines to cross from Matamoros over to Brownsville? It's not a good thing. So I'm concerned. Are students having to travel at the wee hours of the night through Matamoros to get to the bridge and then have to wait in line on the bridge for way, way long time? Now, can you imagine students waiting at the bridge? Have you seen the lines? And there's no social distancing. A lot of individuals don't have masks. Can you imagine? Uh, that's true. The trash can is still green. Green trash cans. Because we are treated as babysitters. We should never be treated as babysitters. There hasn't been a raise for substitute teachers, neither, either. No, there hasn't. And it's time. Brandon Wayne. I am in love with Brandon Wayne. I'm just joking. Brandon, I'll send you your cookies. Actually, inbox me and send me your shirt size. I have I don't know if you already did that. Send me an inbox because I already have I have the shirt your shirt here with me. And trust me, guys, The shirts are going fast. This is the last batch of shirts I'm going to order. The last batch of shirts I am going to order. Best will choose the candidate the committee wants, not what the members voted for. It's best the voice of the teacher or themselves. Our principal has been amazing on getting kids to stay home, but parents want kids out. So if they are special ed, they are being sent. And if you are a teacher without a student, your child has to report. Tacos. I thought little Eddie was giving out Vienna sausages. Yes, the weenies. But students should not be coming from Matamoros. It's a fact that they are. At least 30% of students live in Matamoros. You're being generous. Tie! Thank you, Mama. I love my tie. It's a brand new tie. I wore it just for you. Will do. Thanks. Good luck. Thank you, Brandon. God bless you. Remember, BISD said no students are coming from Matamoros. I don't know if y'all knew this, but BISD administration and corrupt board majority, they lie. Can y'all tell that I extracted my molar? Can y'all tell? ¡Ay! ¡Tigres uno! ¡No! So what is this I'm hearing about everybody goes back to school in November? Uh, Probably. Tigres 1, Monterrey 0, 0 minute 35 first half. Oh, we still have times. Vamos, Rayados! Glad to see a longtime hater finally see you really do care about the welfare of the community of Cameron County BSD. Oh, yeah, I had a visit from one of my detractors, and I had a good conversation. I appreciate the visit. Again, guys, I will meet with anyone. I will answer any and all questions. I appreciate the time that we spent. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Appreciate breaking bread. Let me not pass this one. Sandoval Mike. Do you think if you go back to the BIZ board, they will accuse you of something else? Let me tell you, if there's one thing that they're good at is making up crap. And I don't care. You know the truth. And Mike, that's what matters. What matters is that you know the truth. I don't care what they say. I don't care what they make up. They've made up a lot of stuff. I don't care. The new principal at Brilliant, what's her name? Carla. Anyway, it's a conflict of interest. She's best friends with Little Gloria. It's the only reason she got the job. Boxers or brief? I am wearing boxer briefs. I like the way they hug your leg. I don't like the boxers. That's just gross. And I don't do the tidy whities anymore. I mean, I'm not 5 or 6. Love you, Elizabeth. Wet cat food or dry cat food? Only dry cat food. Let me tell you, I don't like to clean up all the thing. Uh, exactly. They can set you up. I think someone is trying to set me up. Look, Mike, I will always be transparent. I will always inform you of what is going on. Always. So you'll hear it from me. Whenever they try to do anything ever again, as I did before, you'll hear it from me. Oh, you knew that. Love it. Get rid of board attorney, but yeah. And any other vendor out there who is putting money in these people's pocket. Erasmo 2020. Love you, man. Thank you. There's no greater endorsement than the endorsement of my people. There's no greater response than the cheers, the concerns, the hearts of my students. Erasmo, what is your zodiac sign? It's kind of a weird because I fall January 20th. So on some, I'm called a Aquarius, and on some, I'm called a Capricorn. I'm thinking more that more is concerned, more is pointing towards Aquarius. Is Baltasar involved with the Salazar Insurance Group? No. Good evening, my friends. God bless you. Wendy! I hadn't seen you in a while. So when is this chick's new court date after November? October. No, it's in October. October 15th. If I'm not mistaken, it's going to start October the 15th. I'll keep you posted. My friends were telling me you had guessed that show sometime last week. I actually had it 3, 4 nights ago. It was fun. It again, it just happened a la brava. Have a good night, everyone. That's what you had a long day. Praying you have a restful night. Actually, I have to prepare for tomorrow's sermon, so it's going to be interesting. I have something prepared. The message for tomorrow is going to be missed opportunities. See how that comes out. It's missed opportunities, and it's just sometimes you are you don't go to a place that you were meant to go, and you miss out on several opportunities, and how you have to abide by God's time. And on a personal note, outside of all this crazy stuff, a lot of people, and I think that's one of the things that Mike was alluding to in regards to my getting attacked by these people. I truly believe, and I've had conversations with other board members in regards to it. I truly believe that at God's moment, God took me uh, out of a very toxic situation. And I'm not going to belittle my participation in that. I'm not going to say that my DWI was a godsend, but in a way it was. And at that specific time, God took me out of that situation. And when I first resigned, a lot of people were sending me messages and Erasmo, are you okay? Are you okay? Is everything okay? And I said, yeah, because I have faith that God has a reason for everything. We have to believe that. We want to believe that. I do. That God has a reason for everything. And at that specific time, specific moment, it wasn't my time. And so I give God the glory and pray that He every day forgives me of my transgressions. And I pray that you, my community, as the in time can put away my transgressions, my past, and see past who I was, what I did, and focus on who I am today and what we can do together. I love you guys. Let's finish off the questions before I leave. German Shepherd or Huskies? I think Huskies are beautiful. I think German Shepherds are more loyal. When you get dressed, do you put your right foot in first or your pants? Yes. Right foot. Stream my future. Sure. Why don't you stream your Sunday service? They sound interesting. Would love to hear them while playing social distance. I try. My sister does, and every time I'm getting on the pulpit and I try to like share it, it takes a while for me to find it, and I don't want to start the sermon late. But I promise you, tomorrow I will stream it. I still need to prepare the last part of it, so I might be setting myself up. But I will stream tomorrow, Jessica. I promise. Do you preach in English or Spanish in the congregation you worship? I preach in Spanish. I love Spanish. We must be ready for our calling. Make sure you have oil in your lamps. Yes. Wendy knows what I'm talking about. I always pray for all of you, Erasmo, Erasmo 2020. Thank you. I need your prayers. Uh, amen. God has a reason for everything at the time it happens. We don't understand the blessings. Well, it's all in God's time. Amen. You are a wonderful man. Let Frankie talk. Se fue. Frankie talks all throughout the show tomorrow at 11 o'clock in the morning. He talks sports. Uh, um, chess or checkers? Chess, no doubt. I think they still set you up for the DWI. They probably followed you. It could be the case, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to minimize my responsibility. Uh, I am responsible, 100%. Hey, muchos los llamados y pocos son los escogidos. Amen, guys. Thank you all so much for your patience. Thank you so much for being here. As I greatly, greatly appreciate. I appreciate the questions. I appreciate you coming on. We'll be back on tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. We should have uh, a guest tomorrow. But I do love you all, and I am very, very humbled of y'all stopping by today to visit, bringing me all these amazing gifts. I actually got two shirts today. I got my Nombe Shut Up shirt. Thank you, my man. I got me a Vote shirt. Thank you, Coach Joe Rod. I got me a lot of chips, a lot of candies, donut. I got me some hot dogs. Got some beautiful gifts from people also at the event today. So thank you, really, thank you. Uh, only trust yourself. Love you too, mi amor. Guys, uh, I'm going to be a little bit slower because of my molar. It can y'all even tell that I took it off? I don't think you'd see it that well, but really, I'll still be out here every night as long as you will have me. I'll be here every morning as long as you will have me, except Sunday. Uh, guys, have a beautiful Sunday tomorrow. Take some time to spend it with your family. Take some time and spend it with God, or whatever deity you worship, and find that spiritual balance. I'm supposed to have coffee with a good friend of mine. If my friend is watching, I love you. You are never alone. I care, and you're important to me. And you can call me anytime. And to everyone out there, guys, win or lose this election, I'm still going to be here. Win or lose this election, I'll be here every day as long as you will have me. Guys, I I know it sounds corny and sometimes weird. I do love you all, and I am very, very grateful for your friendship, for your support. My goodness gracious! And together, together, we can bring about the change that our community so desperately needs. Please, guys, please continue to be good to each other, and please continue to be good to me.